And then now, and then now, we are getting into the very last song of the musical. And I'm very excited for this. Partly because maybe this is stupid, but ever since I decided on doing this whole watch along thing, right? I have intentionally avoided listening to this song in particular, just so that I can feel that big catharsis and really enjoy the big moment, because this is finally the reunion between Odysseus and Penelope. The whole reason for the entirety of the story, and the biggest reason for Odysseus, fighting through all of those struggles. From the very first song, we already knew that Odysseus's big goal is to go back to Penelope, and now 40 songs later, and canonically 20 years later, they finally meet again. And so, without further ado, prepare your tissues and let's listen to Would You Fall in Love with Me Again? Penelope. I think this is a different animator. I love this. Just the title right there. Is it you? On a black background. Nia Tian. I don't think we've seen this animated before. Is it really you standing there? Or am I dreaming once more? You look different. Your eyes look tired. Your frame is lighter. Your smile torn. Is it really Penelope does look too young here, but that's a small thing. Oh, the word man being blue, just like his original color. Not your kind and gentle husband. I love how they keep highlighting it in blue. Yep, love is now blue. Would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done? I love it. I love that he is hesitant to touch her. Love. Penelope. The jewel of red on every island. Oh, and Scylla when he traded friends. Very nice. And the underworld. Tell me, would you fall in love with me again? Oh, that flash to his bloodstained hands. That you've been waiting. I love the waiting motif. Bring me some peace. See that wedding bed. Could you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulders. I'm a bit sad with how they drew it. How could you say this? I had built that wedding bed with my blood and sweat. Oh, Penelope's smiling. I love how cheeky she is. Do you realize And the guitar, it's from its roots. Just makes you. I love how she challenges him. Over and over again. Oh, and grabbing him because he's angry. Waiting. Penelope. Yes. Waiting. I love that there's a rasp in the last waiting also. It's so good. Now kiss. Man was trying to. Oh, the lyrics. Just a man is fighting for his love. We push through pain and strife. I like that a lot with the new quote unquote new lyrics. It is so good. How long has it been? 20s. Oh. His name? Yes! Yes! His name turned blue again. Yes! That is so good. It's the end of Act 2. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that was incredible. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna say it regardless. It is like I pointed out, the at least regarding the animatics, right? I think the thing with Penelope's like visual age, I think that's a small thing, you know. All of us would enjoy seeing a pretty lady. Even though, again, like I mentioned in the challenge and also back in Legendary, that she is a much older woman. She will not look this young. Or I guess you could also argue that there are older women who do look very young, and you could argue that here. So again, that is a small thing. The big issue I have with this animation is sadly the bed. Because Nyatian, I think that's the name, Nyatian, yeah. They unfortunately drew it as just a normal bed, which again, it is very unfortunate because the whole big thing, the bed itself is a big thing, right? With how Penelope tests Odysseus here, is that the bed is supposed to be carved into the olive tree. The tree is part of the bed here, but there is no tree here. Maybe you could say that it's this, but like that's show it, please show the tree. And honestly, I'm kind of upset about that, but otherwise, the visuals are beautiful. I love the way they drew this, you know, the way that their younger self sort of overlays on top of them. And then of course thinking back to the younger selves. And then also when Odysseus is talking about his journey back here, that is probably from either Polyphemus or from the slaughter of the suitors that just happened. Traded friends like objects I could use, and then showing Scylla. That is great and very on point. And this, I wish I could use this as a screenshot. It is so good. But I love that this is sort of like a visual callback to the underworld. And the music has a lot of callbacks as well, but I will talk about that in a few minutes. And yeah, it's just... Oh, right. And towards the beginning of their interaction, I remember Odysseus was... Where is it? Is it really? Or am I dreaming once more? Where is it? Where is it? I wanna find it. Oh, is it here? Is it here? Yep. I love that Odysseus is hesitant to touch Penelope. I mean, he has been touching her hand this whole time, but like, you know, the face is a very vulnerable and intimate place to have physical contact with. And yeah, I just love that detail that he is scared to touch her, because it's not just that he feels like he has done a lot of terrible things. He has done a lot of terrible things, and like, he doesn't want to stain this beautiful and pure woman of his with his blood-stained hands, which is incredible. I love it. And he's still reaching out to her, you know. But yeah. And then here, Nyatian doesn't draw Penelope's face. And then this part, see how she smiles here? She knows. She was just testing Odysseus, and when she gets the confirmation that this is Odysseus because of his answer, she smiles. Very cheeky of Penelope. And that camera shake to emphasize on his words. It's the crowd, bam, bam, bam. It's very nice. And yeah, drawing her with along with the heavy breathing. And yeah, the expression of her being upset, that is very good. Grabbing him, pulling him in. That is so good. I love it. And the colors here, from something very dull, gradually turning into something orange, which is considered a warm color. And then the lyrics here also, with the new lyrics. I don't know who thought of this, but it is a very nice change. Because originally it would be just a man who's fighting for who's fighting to go, not trying to go home, even after all these years away from what I've known. I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. So these are a very nice change to the lyrics to fit the ending of his big journey, you know. And this really cute part, and his name turning back into blue. That is so good. Okay, let me get into the music part because there is honestly a fair bit. I'm not gonna lie, there is a fair bit. But yeah, let me go through them one by one. Immediately, starting with the strings, once again with Penelope's instrument, signifying that this song is going to have a strong connection to Penelope. And what Odysseus starts with is Penelope, her name and her motif. And you hear the violin and the guitar sort of, how do I put this? It's like coming together in an organized mess, if that makes sense. Because again, it has been 20 years. There's bound to be some disconnect and like awkwardness trying to see each other again. Is it you? Have my prayers been answered? Acoustic guitars. Is it really you standing there? Or am I dreaming once more? And yeah, Penelope has been dreaming for this moment for the last 20 years. 20 years. So yeah, it feels very hard for her to believe that Odysseus is finally standing in front of her again. Or am I dreaming once more? And like she says, he looks very different. You look different. Your eyes look tired. Your frame is lighter. Your smile torn. I like how it almost sounds like there's violins backing up Annalie's voice, but I don't think there actually is. It might just be like the timbre of her voice, which is so unique. Your eyes look tired. Your frame is lighter. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any strings, but I kind of hear it in my head for some reason. Is it really you, my love? I am not the man you fell in love with. I am not the man you once adored. And let me play through this. I am not the love you knew before. The whole, I mean, it's quite clear that Odysseus doesn't feel like he is the same person anymore, which is very understandable. He has gone through a lot of character development, and he clearly is not the same person that we heard in the beginning of the musical as well. Like, he sounds much more tired. He doesn't have that playful wit anymore to his voice, and also like you also have to keep in mind that he has what Tiresias said to him, right? I see a man who makes it home alive, but it is no longer you. So like it just all ties back into Odysseus feeling like he's not the Odysseus that Penelope knows at this point. Would you fall in love with me again? Change. In front of me all the same. I know that you've been waiting. And the waiting motif makes me wanna cry every time. And notice how it says for love. Waiting for love, not waiting for me or your husband or anything, just love in general. He has completely taken himself out of the equation, even though Penelope hasn't. But in his own perspective, like, he just completely thinks that Penelope wouldn't love him anymore. Even though he hopes for it, he doesn't actually believe it at this point. And yeah, the strings. Penelope, Penelope.
What kinds of things did you do?
Left a trail of red on every eye. Aha! And you can hear in the background, you hear trumpets. Ba 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 ba. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. And played in the trumpets, which is Poseidon's instrument, with Poseidon's famous line, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Mercy upon ourselves. Thunder bringer. I'm not sorry for loving you. But on the piano, I'm not sorry. Is it I'm not sorry for loving you? I'm not sorry for love. It sounds a bit off. I'm not sorry for loving you. I think that's actually correct. I'm sorry for. I don't know. And notice how there's no guitar here. He's completely focused on Penelope, so it is all strings. And the violin is actually following his voice. If that's true.
Could you do me a favor? Just a moment of labor that would bring me some peace. See that wedding bed? Could you carry it over?
Listen to the strings in this part.
If that's true, could you do me a favor?
It's a danger motif for some reason, but I think I would interpret it as because Penelope is like intentionally trying to test Odysseus here, and like sort of risking making him angry, which is dangerous. And also, listen very carefully in the background for a violin.
Moment of labor that would bring me some peace. See that wedding bed? Could you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulders.
I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. The moment she mentions the bit, right?
See that wedding bed? Could you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulders. Take it far away from here.
Penelope's violin plays Odysseus's cunning theme from the very beginning of the whole musical. Penelope's violin is playing that at the exact moment she starts talking about the bit, which we us as the audience, we know that she is testing him. She is being very cunning here, putting on a fake test for Odysseus, and the music tells us that.
On your shoulders and take it far away from here. How could
You say this.
I had built that wedding bed with my blood and sweat.
And the acoustic guitar comes in because he's obviously very hurt by that test that we see, right? That we hear about. And over here, the guitars come in and an electric violin comes in because Penelope is now angry and in quote-unquote battle mode. Listen to when the electric guitar comes in. The electric violin is here already, and then playing. Da, 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 da. It is so good. It is so good. It is so good. The way that it turns into an electric guitar, because again, electric guitar is for Odysseus in battle mode. But for the very first time, Penelope also gets an electric instrument, an electric violin, because now she is fucking angry at Odysseus for trying to say that he is not her husband. And her instrument also electrifies itself to represent that anger. So I guess it makes it and now it goes back to the normal violin. How long it's been your mind?
Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband, and I've been
Waiting, 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 waiting. And the way she has that rasp in the last waiting, like I pointed here. Like she's really screaming the waiting at this point. And a couple of Easter eggs over here in this whole part. Let's look at the timestamp from when she starts singing waiting. I'll keep this up. 58. I'm keeping it up. Look at how long she sings waiting. It does go over a little bit, but she sings it for a whole 20 seconds. Exactly the number of years that Odysseus has spent away from her. And then also the number of times she sings waiting, and added together with Odysseus singing Penelope. Waiting 1, 2, Penelope 3, waiting 4, waiting 5, Penelope 6, waiting 7, waiting 8, and waiting 9. And that's where it stops. 9 times. The exact number of sagas that we have in total for this musical. It is so good! All these little Easter eggs. Oh. And like the lyrics, the lyrics on screen. I'm just a man. Let's just enjoy this. Away from what I've known. Just a man was fighting for his love. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. Just a man.
How long has it been?
And yeah, completely just violin and acoustic guitar.
I love you.
Because that last moment was completely between Penelope and Odysseus. So there were only their instruments playing. I loved it so much. And that is unfortunately the end of our epic streams. I'm honestly a little bit sad that it ends, but it has been a wonderful, I want to say like a month and a half. I think this is like the number 7 stream that I've had on this. So it has been a long journey. With 3 hours each, that is like 21 hours roughly of me just yapping about this whole musical. So thank you to everybody who has joined me on this whole journey and, you know, sort of sticking around and entertaining my very random fixation on this musical and by extension also Greek mythology. And so I hope that every one of you has enjoyed your journey with me. For those of you watching the video, you know, same thing to you. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. And I hope that all of you have enjoyed coming on this journey with me and listening to me yap about the musical. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It is very late for me now, so I will have to call it a night here. And yeah, like I always say, this is to both the video watchers and the people on stream right now. Please take good care of yourselves. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you guys are. Stay safe, stay comfy, and I will see you guys again very soon. Good night. Wee.